Welcome to the Guild Tremor video strategy guides. I'm Danson, and today I'll be explaining the Twin Val'kyr encounter within the Crusader's Coliseum raid instance. This fight can be as easy or as difficult as the raid wants it to be, as it is more of a threat management encounter than anything else. Both Valkyrs share a health pool of just over 6 million health and have a few abilities to be on the lookout for. Before the fight begins, it is advised to split up the raid so half is on one side and half is on the other. DPS and heal should be split up as equally as possible. Only 2 tanks are necessary for this fight, one for black and one for white. There will be 4 portals that will be spread in a box-like shape around the room. At 2 corners diagonal from each other will be the light portals, and the other 2 corners will be the dark portals. Clicking on these will give a corresponding debuff that grants an increase in damage granted and taken versus the opposite color, and a decrease in damage taken and given to the same color. Once the fight begins, each side should click on the portal with the color opposite of the boss that they will be attacking. Raid members attacking the white boss should click on the black portal, and raid members attacking the black boss should click on the white portal. Tanks, however, are the exception here, as both tanks should grab the same color debuff as the boss that they are tanking. This makes the fight slightly difficult though, as DPS needs to watch how much threat is being generated. Both bosses have a special ability that causes their target to take 20% increased damage for 15 seconds or 5 charges, so having the same color helps mitigate some of this damage. Once into the battle, there are a few abilities to make note of. One is either called Dark Vortex or Light Vortex, depending on which boss initiates it. Whichever one is notified to raid members via raid warning is the color debuff raid members need to get. For Dark Vortex, raid members need to click on the black portal, and for Light Vortex, raid members need to click on the white portal. The only raid members that should not click on the portals to change their debuff are the tanks, as they can easily be healed through the damage. Vortex is an 8-second long precast, so players should have more than enough time to switch their debuffs, and then is channeled for 5 seconds. This hits for around 5,000 shadow or holy damage per second, but should not hit for anything if raid members have correctly switched their colors. After this ability, the raid members should switch back to the color debuff they had before if needed. The other ability of note is the Shield of Lights or Shield of Darkness that they will cast. Only one of them at a time will use this ability, but once they do, raid members will need to attack the boss with the shield until it breaks. Breaking the shield allows a raid member to interrupt the casting of a heal. Should that heal go through, the bosses will heal a total of 20% of their maximum health, prolonging the battle. It is essential for the shield to come down so that their heal can be interrupted. There are a few other abilities the bosses have, but if the tanks are the correct color, then there's no real pressing need to mention them, other than that they do extra shadow or holy damage. One last thing of note are the black and white balls floating around. Touching one of these balls will do one of 2 things: power you up if you are the same color, or deal a significant amount of damage to you if you are the opposite color, either shadow or holy. Powering up grants an increased movement speed and increased damage against the opposite color. Be careful of how many get close to the bosses though, as they can be powered up as well by these floating balls. Thanks for watching our videos. If you have any questions, I encourage you to post them in the YouTube comments section below, or feel free to visit our website forums at www.feelthetremor.com.